scholarship program, which I also won. So,
Wow.
yeah. So and that's all female. Obviously.
Wow. So how important do you think it is for women to be entrepreneurs?
Oh, I mean, just as important as for men to be entrepreneurs. I think everyone should be, an entrepreneur if they want to be. And if you're just like motivated and you kind of know what you want to do, and just put yourself out there. Like even if you don't really know what you want to do, actually, if you don't have like a concrete goal, that's fine. Just start off somewhere. Like don't be afraid to start small, and then just kind of see where it goes. As I said before, when I was talking to these lovely ladies over here, just kind of see where your heart takes you, where your passion takes you, and if you want to make it happen, if you're passionate enough, then I think that you can be successful. I mean, yeah.
Well, I've seen your website, so
Yeah.
could you tell us how you started up that website and all the work that went into it?
Well, the website. Well, actually, I had to create a website because I was going to be featured in a magazine, and it was like a teenage girl fashion magazine that had heard about me, and they were like, "Oh, we want to put your jewelry in our magazine, but you should have a website. So if our readers want to buy some from you, they can go to your website." So I was pretty lucky, actually. I guess it's kind of like atypical, but at the time, my dad was having somebody work on his website, and my dad was like, "Yeah, if you just give me like $50 to pay him, he'll just do it as like a side favor for me." My website's not very fancy or updated, but it's there. I guess there's always things to work on in your business, and I'd say that's actually something I have to work on my to-do list for vamping up my business.
Well, that's good. What would you say is your most ambitious goal for your business?
As I said, I'm just gonna keep doing it because I like doing it, and I like making jewelry, and I like selling jewelry, and I also like giving to charity. That's a really, really important thing for me, and I always want to continue doing charity work and giving money to charity. But actually now it used to be 100% of the proceeds, but now it's 50-50 because I'm trying to support myself. Now that I'm 20 years old and not 13, 14, 15, living in my parents' house, just expecting to always be provided for. Now I'm going to graduate college in 2 years. That's something to think about. And now I'm really starting to pay more attention to the financial aspects on a personal level, but the charity aspect will always be there. So
That's great. Well, before we go, I would like to know if you have some advice for our young entrepreneurs.
Yeah. I've kind of mentioned it before, but it's just don't wait for opportunities. Just create opportunities, but also, let those opportunities come from you. Don't create, something for yourself because you think that you need to be successful and that you want people to think that you're successful, and just do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody else. Don't do it for don't even do it for colleges. You know what I mean? If you're always thinking about what is this going to get me, it's not going to come from yourself. And if it comes from yourself, you'll be passionate about it. And then I think that if you're passionate about something, then you'll be more motivated to do it because you're doing something that's meaningful to you. And then it's so much easier to go far with something if it comes from you. And just don't be afraid of just putting yourself out there, and don't be afraid of rejection and failure, because if you're passionate about something, which goes back to it coming from you, you can make it happen. Just make it happen for yourself, and don't wait for anybody. No one's ever going to call you. No one's gonna pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, you want to start a business? I have all this money for you." The world doesn't create opportunities for you. You do. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Amanda. We really enjoyed having you. We'd like to go over and look at more of your jewelry, but before, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, actually. Another little nugget of advice. It might not seem very important, but it actually is surprisingly important. Is how you present yourself, and not just what you wear, but also it's important to if you go to a business meeting, if you for example, if I was going to a store to sell my jewelry, I'd want to make sure that you know, like I look nice and that like I have a like packet of like price information, and just always like if you take yourself seriously, other people will take yourself seriously, and I think that part of that was because I started so young, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, my customers, my clients, you know, knew that I wasn't just some kid. But I also maintain that as a 20-year-old, and anything else that, you know, like, you know, I have another job as well, and for that it's when you're applying for jobs, for anything that you do, just come off as being as professional as possible.
Hi, so we're here now, and I was just wondering, what's your most popular piece?
Well, these are very, very popular because, I mean, I personally think they're really pretty. I'm actually wearing a pair myself.
Oh.
These are, that's my favorite piece, but they sell really well. Actually, a lot of my really popular pieces, I mean, popular pieces kind of come and go. Like sometimes I used to have a lot of polka dots, and those used to sell really well, and then they just kind of stopped selling very well. And that's definitely something to keep in mind, you know, if you're doing something in the like fashion world, that fashion trends change. So polka dots were pretty big at one point, but they're not anymore. So I stopped making that, and but right now, you know, these are very popular. You know, the ones I get from eBay, like some of them are like really, you know, like intricate and some like very interesting designs that are probably a little bit less versatile. But the ones that are plain definitely do sell better because you really can wear them with anything. And I think when, you know, you're buying jewelry, you want something that, you know, you don't have to like match your outfit to the piece.
Yes.
Some people do that. I know one woman that does that. Not a lot of people.
Okay, so how much do you sell these for retail, and how can somebody buy off your website?
Well, my necklaces in stores go for about $12. You know, depending on the store, it's really up to them how much they want to sell it for. And then the earrings are about $18. That price also kind of fluctuates depending on the earrings. But you can buy my pieces for those prices at my website, pickmejewelry.com, and I will send it to you. And you can also make special requests. So if you want a particular pick, I can go on eBay and I can try to find something that will fulfill all your desires for pick jewelry.
Okay, so have you ever actually seen anybody take off your Pick Me jewelry and start playing guitar with it?
Yes, I actually have a guy line, and so those don't have these little beads on them. It's just a jump ring and a ball chain. You don't really play guitar with these because you don't want to like mess up the beating here. But I have a guy friend that I made him a necklace, and he's a awesome guitarist, and he will just take his necklace off and just go at it. So that's always kind of fun to see. And the guy ones usually have some pretty cool designs on them. So they like those.
Well, thank you, Amanda, for joining us today. We can't thank you enough for your time and for all of your advice for our young entrepreneurs.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure, and you know, to all those entrepreneurs out there, just like go get them.